Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Wee Stevo, and today I have something slightly different from what I usually do, probably because it's not COD, and it's not me, being a dick. It's what I'm known for, right? This is going to be a really simple beginner's guide to League of Legends. I've been playing League of Legends for a couple months now. Still not particularly any good at it. When it comes to PvP, I'm quite shit. Generally because well, mainly because I have no levels of concentration, so can't be bothered. But on bot games, I can hold my own. And one of my friends has just started playing it, and I thought I'd throw up a little video on just how to start off. Now, what I generally like to do is before I even start a match, I come to this screen here. So you click on that one, brings up your profile. As you can see, I am the sweaty flange. You click on the champions. Now, all these ones with the exclamation marks, these are the ones that are free to play this week. Every Tuesday it changes. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and it gives you, I think it's 10. It gives you 10 free to play characters. And you've got some mix. So for example, you've got support, AP, AD, tank, up, AD really. Support, AD, top, and that's me just talking a bit of jargon there. But when it comes to champions, these all look lovely. Assassin, fighter, mage. Really, what they're split into is you've got attack damage, which generally goes down the bottom and is generally a ranged character. So you've got people like Misfortune this week's. She's this week's attack damage. You've got Ash, which is the one you get in the tutorial. Where's Ash? There you go. You got Ash. She's attack damage. Caitlyn. She's attack damage. It's generally someone who's ranged and can dish out a lot of damage quickly. They're known as your ADC, or attack damage carry. Because when the map comes up, it's a lot easier to explain when the map comes up because I can show you it. But you have the bottom lane, which has your ADC character as well as a support character. Now, it's not always a support character. Sometimes you do get two ADCs going in the bottom lane, but it's not a very effective strategy when it comes to leveling, at the beginning. Because you're stealing each other's XP essentially. In the middle, you've got the person who's got ability power, such as Annie, and Rise, which is the two you generally fight in basic. Swain, he's one. Who else? We've got Veigar somewhere. Veigar. Those are the ones you will generally fight when you're playing bot games. Now, they are all about magic damage, and that comes off your ability power, your AP. So, that's your AP character. They are generally going to level up quicker than the other two lanes simply because they're by themselves, and the minions get to the middle lane quicker than they do the side lanes. So, whoever's in the middle lane really will set the tone for the game. In my opinion. Now, the top lane is your tanky characters. Those are your Cho'Gaths. Who else do you get? You get Renekton, who's an asshole. Warwick. Where's Warwick? Taric sometimes as well. They are your big beefy ones that don't necessarily dish out a lot of damage, but can take a lot of damage. And the top lane is not my favourite lane, but it's always the lane I seem to get stuck in. But for today's exercise, we're going to play as Katrina because that's what my friend has been playing over the past day and a half. So that's what we're going to play when we go into our game. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a little custom game just against a couple bots, just to kind of show you the kind of basics. Okay, I'm probably just going to still no. I want to stay on that team. I'm going to add one bot. Let's see. Annie. Annie plays middle. We'll fight against Annie. Okay. So when you launch a game, you get in it. This is the screen you come up with. So this is your champions. You know, you've got the exclamation marks. Are the ones I've decided they're free to play. Other ones are the ones I have actually bought. Down here you have your spells, which is the thing that you're going to mostly need at the beginning. You have, I think it's basically it's basically these ones. Heal's probably a good one to take at the beginning because it's like it's an instant heal. It can give you a lot some health, you know, if you're about to die in case of emergencies. Barrier, once you get to level 6, can stop a lot of incoming damage, which is quite good. But the things that most people take are Flash and Ignite, but you know, Ignite you don't get to level 12. No, Flash you don't get to level 12, Ignite you don't get to level 8, so, you know, we're talking beginners here. So, you know, heal and either Clarity gives you mana back, Ghost lets you run quicker, for a short period of time, and Teleport gets you back into the fight quicker. So what we're going to do is we're going to take Heal and Teleport. These are your Runes of Masteries. You don't really need to worry about them at the moment because they don't come into play until you level up. You know, Runes you shouldn't buy until level 20 because then you get tier 3s and stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to play...
Violence solves everything.
Now, in the chat down here, this is where people tell you what they're playing. So in, you know, for example, I would say mid because that's where I'm going. I'm only playing by myself, so it doesn't really matter. But a lot of people, including myself, will get annoyed if I say in that box where I'm going and then someone else will join me. And here we go. This is your skin change. You know, if you have the character, you can buy separate skins and stuff for them. Right, we're going. Hello again. So this is the match just starting. Now the first thing you're going to notice is you have a little arrows up here. It means you have a skill point to use. You know, you can use it to unlock one of your abilities. The first one we're going to go for is our Q. Your abilities, you know, you've got your passive, which is always active on your character. You've got your Q, which for us is bouncing blades, which means we throw blades at certain characters. Our W, which means we spin around and do damage, and our E, which means we jump forward. Now the combination for Cat is you use her Q to hit the enemies, the E to jump at them, and then the W to do her swirly blade things. What you also want to do at the beginning of the match is you want to go to the shop. This guy here. You want to buy your free trinket, and then you want to jump over to your recommended page. Your recommended page shows you the items it recommends for you to take. What we will do is we're going to ignore the boots just now, and we are going to take this tome because it gives us some ability power, and then 1 health potion. Okay, now as I said before, you know, you've got your bottom lane, so you'd have your, you know, your AD carry, so you might have Ash or Misfortune come down here with a support character, you know, maybe Sona, Soraka. You may also have Ash and Misfortune. Some people do take 2 ADs down the bottom. You have your AP character, which is us. We're coming middle. We usually fight Annie or Rise in this lane. And then in your top lane, you've got your tank. Now, yes, there is the jungle, but that's more kind of advanced tactical stuff, and it's more needed for PvP, not bot games, so I'm not going to go into it. Now, down here, just on the left, you've got, you know, your abilities. So it shows you our attack power, our ability power, you know, our attack speed, our movement speed, and our defenses and stuff. Which is it's a quick guide. It shows you, you know, what you need to do. As you may notice, I'm not actually attacking these minions. You may be thinking that's a bit strange because you need to kill them to get XP, but what you want to do is you want to wait until they've got low health and attacks. Yeah, I missed that one, and the minions killed him. So I want to attack him and see it popped up. I got gold there and again there. Now, oh, Annie's at the bottom lane. Okay, we'll clear these minions and then we'll go meet Annie. Now you need gold. Your gold accumulates down here. You do get some over time. You do get items which give you more gold and stuff. But what you want to do is get as much gold as possible, and then you use it to spend. You spend it on items to get more points. Okay, I've just leveled up something, so I'm going to take my W now. It's usually worth taking 1 point each of your abilities for your first 3 levels. Your last one is your ultimate. Now, your ultimate you don't unlock until level 6. That's when you can put your first point in your ultimate. Some people call it the final, just so you know. But what we're going to do is we are going to use one of the spells we took at the beginning of the game, which is teleport, and teleport down here. Now I could put that on one of the minions, but I like to just do it to the turrets, because then you know you're jumping
Only
into a safe
fools
area.
hesitate.
And here is Annie. Now, what you want to do is when you're attacking, you want to kind of kite them back. See, she's used her stun on me, but I want to kite her
Made my choice.
away from her minions and more towards my turret. Here we go. Use my Q on it. Use my W. Oh, she nearly killed me. And I just hit my D there to do my flash spell. He disappeared. Saved my life. So, I've now got one of each of my abilities. Now, as I said, her thing is Q. And then I wanted to E towards her, but she's just left. So what we'll do is we'll just finish up. So, here she comes back. Okay, use my Q. Ah! This again. I don't like fighting Annie myself. She has a stun for every like third ability, and it gets really, really annoying.
Because I can.
So Q, E, W. See, and I did quite a lot of damage to her there. I took a lot of damage myself, but I already lost most of that damage, to be honest. See, but now I have another point. I can spend it. Now, for her, I'm going to suggest taking the Q for her next one. Also another thing about Annie is she's got a very long-ranged auto attack.
Only fools hesitate.
So what I'm now going to do, see I've got low health, I've come behind my turret, I'm going to hit this button, or I could hit B on my keyboard. It's the recall button, it means I can go back to base and get my health. Now, the issue with recalling is it now means there's no one in that lane to stop Annie getting XP. Because that's the whole point of this game. At the beginning you want to be pushing people out of lane. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy this item, and then I'm also going to buy another couple of health potions.
I've made my
Now I'm going to
choice.
make my back. Yeah, so the object of this laning phase is to push your opponent out of the lane. So Annie has successfully done that to me. So now she could be attacking our minions and taking their health down, and getting XP that way. But being a bot, she isn't. So the minions are pushing up by themselves. But what I'm now going to do is... let's have a look. See, Annie's sitting under her turret, which is a bad place to fight. The turrets do an exceptional amount of damage. And it generally means she can run away. See, like that. Now, if we'd been fighting maybe, down here, I'd have been able to run after her and take her down. But now that she's gone, we've pushed her out of her lane, so now we have pushed up. We're going to do some damage to our turret. But when you take damage to the turret, you want to watch out for how many minions you have left. See, it's one-shotting minions, so I've only got one left, so it's time to run. And you saw how much damage I just took from that turret. That's why you don't want to fight champions under the turret, because if I attack a champion while under a turret, I will automatically be targeted by that turret. And it's very painful. See this? This is a siege minion. You want to take them down if you can, because they give you the most gold out of all the minions. No, I have a level up. So I will put that on my I think my W.
Never
I don't really need to level up my E because it just jumps me forward. It does a little bit more damage the more I level it up, but it's generally not worth it. See, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push back, well, pull back, I suppose, and wait for Annie to advance a little. I could fight her here, but I'm going to try and just kite her a little bit further, a little bit closer, because she has more minions than I do, you see. So here we go. Let's see, use my little combination there. Now, just because it's the start of the game, I don't really have enough damage output to take her down, but later on that should be quite enough to damage her. Oh, I just did my wrong abilities there, see? That's silly of me. Oh, I've just unlocked my ultimate. Okay, let's see. Now, her ultimate wrecks shot. Oh yes. I spin you around and throw blades at people. Okay. So that would probably be the best way to use her ultimate, would be doing the same combination, but then to use
No
her
going
R.
back.
Just like I did there. But now that I've once again pushed Annie out of lane, I'm going to continue to fight these minions. And push up and maybe get our turret down. No, and this is what the laning phase is all about. Basically getting gold off minions, pushing them out of their lane, you know, hopefully getting a few kills. You know, if you get kills, you do get a bonus amount of gold for them, so it's always good to try and get the kill. But here we go, we're going to take the turret down, and if you watch, that's just given us a couple of gold as well. So we will now recall back to base. Now you can either recall back at the turret or in these bushes at the side. The problem with doing it at the bushes is an enemy can walk in and see you there, so it's sometimes best to just go back behind your turret. Now that we've finished, we can buy that. The next thing we're going to buy is the boots, because we're quite a slow character, I feel.
Intriguing.
So now we move a little bit faster. It should help us kill Annie a little bit as well. Yeah, so I've just held tab down at the moment. I know it shows you the items and stuff that we've both bought. So you've got your items here. You got your minions, kills. Now this is, you know, your kill to death ratios and stuff, which is all up here as well. But it's just a way you can see items, so you can see what items they're building.
To the point.
So you can see if they're building, you know, all out damage, or if they're building health items and stuff. It's very handy to have. And our minions have pushed up quite far because we're playing against a bot, obviously, which can get a bit annoying because it now means we have to pull her back, and it depends how far she's going to follow. Ah! Yeah, see, that's why I don't like fighting against Annie. She has that horrible stun. So I've done damage to her now, she's leaving. So we'll continue to fight this turret. There's not really much else I think I need to say. Once you get on to later in the game, it's generally when you've got down these turrets, you know, the first 3 turrets, maybe these ones as well. You get the group phase, where it's generally everybody sticks together, all pushes up the middle. Generally because it's the quickest way into their base.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
But the one thing I will say for... Well, actually, I better take care of Annie first.
Fear I smell.
You get... Like, this game is very handy if you can communicate. Now, we use Skype to talk when I'm playing with my friends, but Skype is far superior than the in-game chat here, because, you know, to stop and chat I would have to stop and literally, you know, go hello, which means I can get attacked. What you can do though is you can ping. Now you get 2 types of pings. You get the alert ping, which as you saw there has multiple options. So if you drag up with the mouse you get danger, so it's like, oh danger, there's somebody there. You know, assist me, enemies missing, on my way. What you generally should do is, if, for example, when Annie runs away, I should ping and say, oh, enemies missing, just to warn everybody that there's nobody in my bottom lane, so they may turn up somewhere else. For example, if I also see someone coming from this middle lane, you know, coming down here, I will ping in the river, danger, you know, say watch out, there's somebody in that river, you know, it's very handy. So communication like that, you know, it can stop people dying. I don't really want to finish this video until I've killed Annie, but... See, I'm always getting so close. I just need a couple more items, really, to get my ability power up and do a lot more damage to her, because at the moment, I'm not dealing a significant amount of damage.
Ready for trouble.
I don't think I'm going to get this kill, am I? Oh well. There's always next time, Annie. Always next time.
To the point.